and welcome to Ignite Church Daily Devotionals. Today I'm going to talk to you about Daniel and his need for supernatural wisdom and knowledge from God. It begins with King Nebuchadnezzar having a dream that greatly disturbed him and tormented him. He called for all the wise men in Babylon, which included the astrologers, the soothsayers, the magicians, and the Chaldeans. And he asked them to interpret the dream. They all wanted him to give them the dream first. And he said, "No, I will not give you the dream. You will give me the dream and the interpretation. This is how I will know that it is the correct interpretation of the dream." Of course, they said, "Nobody can do that. Nobody has that kind of knowledge to know what your dream is." So he ordered all the wise men in Babylon to be killed, to be executed. This was going to include Daniel and his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, who we know as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So Daniel asked the overseer to give him some time. And the reason he wanted time was because he was going to seek God and ask God for the dream and the interpretation. So beginning in Daniel 2, verse 17, it says, "Then Daniel went to his house, told his friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah about the matter, urging them to ask God of heaven for mercy concerning this mystery, so Daniel and his friends would not be killed with the rest of Babylon's wise men. The mystery was then revealed to Daniel in a vision at night, and Daniel praised the God of heaven and declared, 'May the name of God be praised forever and ever, for wisdom and power belong to him. He changes the times and seasons. He removes kings and establishes kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals the deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells in him. I offer thanks and praise to you, God of my fathers, because you have given me wisdom and power. And now you have let me know what we ask of you, for you have let us know the king's mystery." Now we go to James 1 in the New Testament. Starting at verse 2, it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If anyone lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind." That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do. So today I want to talk to you about, first of all, trials and how we handle trials, and how we find the information and the knowledge that we need to know what is the correct way to go and the truth in the middle of the storm. What do we need to do? Well, according to Daniel, we need to first stop. Number one, we need to stop and ask for some time. We need to just take some time and call some people and get them to begin to pray with us, and we need to cry out to God to seek the truth. And also in James, it says that when we are in the trial, we need to stop and ask of God for wisdom. If we are lacking wisdom, how to deal with the trial. Well, today we are in a constant sea of trials. Some of us are fearful about illness. Some of us are sick. Some of us are looking at financial disasters and financial concerns and losses of jobs and just reduction in hours, and we don't know when the pandemic will end, and we don't know when our lives will get back together. And some people are just stressed because they have no social interaction anymore. They can't get out, they can't go to church. We are concerned about church being our assemblies being halted and not allowed, and we're concerned about not being able to go to work and spend time with our friends and our families and not getting to see people, and people are depressed, and suicides are increasing, and domestic violence is increasing, and there's just lots of things. There's so much information on the news and on Facebook, and we don't know what is the correct information and what information is incorrect. The one thing I can tell you is that all wisdom comes from God. So like Daniel, we need to stop. We need to make some phone calls. We need to get on Zoom prayer with some people that we know believe the Word of God and know how to cry out and seek God and seek for that wisdom of God, that supernatural knowledge and wisdom that will open our eyes, that will open our ears and let us know the truth about what we're seeing and what we're reading. We need to seek Him for knowledge about the trials in our own personal lives, and we need to seek Him about knowledge for the trials that we see in our nation and in the world. And second of all, we need to seek God to send people to prophesy and interpret into those leaders. We need to ask God to give our leaders dreams and send people to interpret those dreams, and that they would have the supernatural knowledge from God to lead our country and to lead our world and to know what is right and what is wrong. The one thing I do know is that all wisdom and all good things come from the Lord. And we need to spend our time focused on Him, not turning our head to the left or to the right, looking at what's at the left and the right, but looking straight ahead. Keep our eyes focused on Him and on His Word, and spend time in prayer seeking His guidance in everything that we do. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good day.